You can't walk very far in these parts without being greeted with a War Eagle. And boy, do they hope it will be a joyous one today. Welcome to Jordan-Hare Stadium and the home of the Auburn Tigers. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, a group with a lot to prove here today. Taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, the kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Tigers' return team didn't help matters out much there. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Auburn people love to recite their creed, and I think somewhere in there, it's you should run the football well.
That's definitely a part of their blueprint. Every championship team, every great Auburn team starts with the big guys up front, paving the way, running the football, establishing that first will make the Auburn fan base proud.
Hard running there. Oh, the ball squirts out. And the fumble is going to go out of bounds, and the offense will maintain possession.
And the Tigers take over.
And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. They're going to run it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd down.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. The Tigers, dating to the days of Shook Jordan and Pat Dye, love to keep the ball on the ground.
And the stadium goes nuts, and the eagle flies, and everybody's happy. Run the football, win football games. It's good times on the plains.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gun of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. 9th play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a 3rd down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quick release by the QB. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. He wants to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, the offense tried to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Thorne. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. 2 physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, 2 alphas, 2 guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, quarterback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Right back to it. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Give to the running back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. From the gun, the running back has it. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold, open.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Just a short pass to the tight end.
You know, I got to tell you, as an offense, moving forward in this game, 3rd and long, you're going to have to push the ball downfield a little bit more. You got to throw to the sticks and give yourself a chance to convert these 3rd downs.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. First down for this offense. Power football with the run. They open the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33. Auburn lines up quickly. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
Open.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Pushed back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. Motion from the offense. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Sweet feet on the move. They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Powell.
Yeah, it's just winning is beautiful. And when you beat your rival and you get those bragging rights, Palmer, it is a glorious thing for a whole year and sometimes longer.
Well, that's the best thing about rivalry games like this. For the winning team, whoever pulls this one out here today, their fans are going to be bragging about this one for a long time.
Looking to pass. It's Thorne. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Using the quick game. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Now on 2nd down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires to the tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. From the shotgun, the inside give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. He's got him in the flat. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. They'll play it safe and try for 3. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Washington found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage Huskies football today. Those folks in Seattle won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Back to throw, it's Thorne. Getting some heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground, their 3rd sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
Auburn to the line in a hurry. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. They've got the screen set up. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
A loss of 6 yards on the play. Now, fourth down. Number 19, on to Hunter.
Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Offense set on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He looks that one in nicely. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Look, you want to make the quarterback feel you. You want to get pressure in his face. That was so close, but just a tad late. Looking to go up top on first down. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
On first down, here comes this offense. Out of the gun, the inside give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking for a man. It's Thorne. They're trying to get to him. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. They're bringing heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, third and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on third down.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He's got great speed. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. The give from the gun. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The give to the back. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? He's looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And now on second down for this offense. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front four to get the job done on third down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
And here comes the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They've hit a bit of a lull here, and they need to get things cranked up with this possession, Jesse.
Just haven't had a rhythm these last couple of possessions, but I'll tell you, the best way to get back into one is to run the football. Establish yourselves up front at the line of scrimmage and help keep these third downs manageable.
Now, and the best news is your defense at least forced a punt of their own. So now you can go answer with that good stop while this game is still close. Let's just go keep putting more points on the board, and let's see less of the punt.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Offense gets set for second down. From the gun, the ground game. And the spin move bought him a little time, just not a lot of yardage. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And it's incomplete on third down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Hauls it in, looking for space. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Complete in the middle. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Just about the time the quarterback got the snap, that dude was in his mustache.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry in the backfield. Got him to the ground before he can even think about getting the laces and trying to get the ball out of his hands.
They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab down the middle. Fights off a defender. Stopped after making the catch. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They've had to punt the last couple of times they've had it, David, now trying to put something together.
Well, Reese, you know how much I love punters and kickers. Like, you don't want to see them very often. Those are not guys that we want to see on the field. We want to do something else and be a little bit more productive offensively here.
I think, David, on this drive, the quarterback's just got to settle down a little bit. These last few drives, looks like he's seen ghosts. We've seen him force the football. He's missed a couple of throws. He needs to just take a deep breath and play within himself.
To throw, it's Thorne. Sends it downfield. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he breaks into the open. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Iowa is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think they know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 18 to Michigan State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game. They had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they've not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Quick strike complete. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Backed up in their own end, a quick hitter might work. A little release to the back. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. So the defense declines the penalty and takes us to 4th down. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Line gets set, 1st down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Hold it.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Quarterback on the keeper. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Went to the running game on 1st down, now 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Thorne. Get it out on the screen. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go into coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Finds his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Leaves it with the back. Nice move to keep moving. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. This offense has a 2nd down play. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Those last 2 running plays went nowhere. At this point, you wonder if you just run it again, punt, and regroup. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Trying to take it back. And he will step out of bounds, but what a way to get the ball back for his offense.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off play action on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. Works the middle of the field. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's third down now. Makes the grab. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Trying to find his man on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Gets it out fast. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too. Looking to pass on second down. Feeling some heat. And that one's way too far for everybody. Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Had nowhere to go with that one. Had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. He got it. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll? Looking to take a shot. And that pass picked off. Got some room to run. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Finds the tight end. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. He wants to throw here on second down. Trying to get to it. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On third down, going up top. Moves around to clear up the vision. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. A shot toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. And we can't get very far into this halftime breakdown without talking about that stud linebacker. The kid's been everywhere all at once through 2 quarters. From clogging gaps to causing turnovers, he's been a one-man gang. Public enemy number 1 for that opposing sideline. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. They'll open the second half with a run. Runs through the tackle. At the 35, he's loose. All kinds of room to the right. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Ripped off a chunk on the opening play of this drive. Now it's first down from the 48. He's going to pass. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets to first down. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. After misfiring, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Setting up the screen. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. They're going to run it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. 3rd down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He'll be stopped short, picks up one, but they're facing 4th and 1. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. And the try is no good. And it is still a 4-point deficit. Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against him.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the...
And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. After making the interception, ran that thing back to the 18-yard line.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. On second down, he'll fire. He's got it on the move. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. He's got it and just sashays into the end zone for the touchdown. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Top 15 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. Oklahoma showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong. But the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Auburn lines up quickly.
Third down coming up.
To the air, it's Thorne. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Takes the easy completion. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Picked off. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
Quarterbacks have to have great instincts, and they have to have great field awareness. They got to understand where they are and how that relates. You got to understand the sidelines there. So I don't need to get too close to the sideline. He understood that. Understand the receiver didn't have very much space to work with. Takes advantage of it and makes the big interception.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. It's complete to the right. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Off the boot, looking for his man. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. 2nd and 10 here. He's looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking to throw, it's Thorne. Throws to the wideout. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Auburn sends out the punting unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And that is just a spectacular punt, and he will pin them in the shadow of their own goalpost inside the 5. Leaves it with the running back. Not much movement there. It's a gain of 1. Gets him out to the 5. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. They're setting up the screen. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. To the ground to try to move the chains. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. They make the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Sometimes you wonder if rivals really don't like each other. This guy sure doesn't like anybody on the other side. He's tackling everybody.
And that's the kind of defender I want. The guys who don't like people. They love collisions. They love to throw their body around Jesse. He's been all over the field.
And this guy's good week in, week out, right? But in this game, he just seems like he's more dialed in, and he's playing at a different intensity level right now than I think anybody else on the field.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Makes the catch on the left. The expressway is wide open. And no one is going to catch him. Cruises into the end zone for a touchdown.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes with a quick strike up top, covering 79 yards. Fielded in the end zone. It's Austin. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
Every journey begins with a step. This offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Right on target this time. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Handoff from the gun. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They're going to throw it again. Dumps it off in the flats. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Dropping back, it's Thorne. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. Unloads it downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Open runway ahead. Touchdown, Tiger. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And here's the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. They go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Coming after him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Fires one high and deep. Makes the catch down the right side. Nothing but green ahead. Into the end zone for a touchdown. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the capper was a bolt of lightning, a touchdown pass from 84 yards out. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one. And all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around. And now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And, heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
I know defenders hate quarterbacks and love nothing more than hitting them, but you're hitting yourself in the gut when you get a 15-yard penalty. Quick touch pass to the receiver. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Scanning the field, it's Thorne. Snags it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. 3rd and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. From the gun, wants to pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. And it's right down the boulevard. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Pocket starts to collapse. Finds his man down the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Here comes the offense on first down. Looking to throw. Quickly complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
After that last completion, it's second down. They'll give it to the back. Makes one man miss. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. He'll throw it. Finds his target down the middle. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
You say, well, why don't you throw it beyond the sticks? Sometimes his completion is enough to give the punt team some space.
Just needs a crack to get a return. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Auburn lines up quickly. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Looking for a productive play on first down. They move the tight end all over. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Getting some heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. They'll run play action. He rifles one deep down the right side. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31. Line gets set, first down. The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. Third and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. To the air, it's Thorne. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn!
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his second touchdown of the game.
Lining up to add another.
Is on for the extra point.
And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Arizona State answered the bell away from Tempe today with an impressive victory. The Sun Devils knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Pulls and fires complete to the right. The defense wouldn't let him lose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Quarterback adapting, and he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. They bring the punter onto the field now. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He gets a block. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. Going up top on first down. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Tigers. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. He has been unstoppable. The ultimate dual threat, positively camtastic.
And that dude was just so incredible to watch, and that's what he's putting on display. He's looking like that. Just whatever he wants to do, it's working, and this Auburn offense is clicking.
Ready to try the point after. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man quickly. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on second down. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Dances away to buy time. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's up to 81 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the miscue, 1st and 15 for this offense. The give. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Looking to throw on second down. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. Running back searching for a hole. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Hold it. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Off the play fake on first down. Quick strike complete. Carrying the ball with an edge and hammering his way to the 40. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Here's the handoff. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding, offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They'll run it from the gun. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding, offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense getting set for first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. The give to the tailback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Line getting set on second down. To the ground with the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have 2 hands on it in this drive.
First down here for the offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. He wants to throw. They're trying to get to him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They'll line up for a second down play. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. This time it's complete. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Looking to throw it again. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Working the middle, it's complete. They get him down after he makes the catch. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He'll try to do it himself. Oh, look out, the ball's free. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover. This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on 4th down. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He makes a grab. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th. They want to throw it. He's got his man. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the knee stopped him at the 2. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the... and that one is picked off in the end zone.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the quarterback takes a knee. They say every game counts the same in the standings, and that is true, but there are some games that no matter what the coaches say, they just mean a little more, and they hurt a little more if you lose.
They do, and that's a fact. And every player will tell you that. There are some games that are highlighted before the season that this game matters more. And it's not that the other ones don't matter. It's just that the hate runs so deep for some of these rivalries and some of these kids that grew up across the street from each other that went to different schools, Jesse. You can feel it.
David, you're absolutely right. And I wonder, because it was a rivalry game, did the losing team get a little overhyped? It just looked like they were pressing too much in this football game. They made too many uncharacteristic mistakes, and as a result, they take the L.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.